Hello, welcome to Skin Tips Saturday Live. Do you suffer with cystic acne? What is cystic acne? And what are blind pimples? What causes cystic acne and blind pimples? And how can you best manage it? Hi, my name is Jana Elston from the beauty business. I'm a qualified beauty therapist, skincare trainer, and educator with over 25 years experience in teaching people about skin types, skin conditions, skincare management, and professional beauty treatments. I am passionate about helping people achieve a beautiful skin. So today I'm going to talk about cystic acne and blind pimples. It is a question that is often asked and sent to me by my readers, and often asked by consumers when they see beauty therapists, and when I'm teaching beauty therapists about how to help their clients with cystic acne. So let's talk about acne in general first. What is acne? Acne are eruptions on the skin, pimples, breakouts. But there are different types of pimples and breakouts, and there are many different causes. So acne is just a very general term for any type of eruptions that are happening on the skin. Some people even refer to blackheads, clogging and congestion as a type of acne. So let's talk about very quickly the different types, and then we'll zoom in specifically and talk about cystic acne because it really deserves particular attention. So generally, when you read about what causes acne, you will find that the medical terms or the medical explanations is that your skin is oily, the pores get clogged, and then the pores burst, causing infection in the skin and causing the breakouts. That is true for teenage and juvenile acne, but it is not always so for cystic acne. Cystic acne is a completely different skin condition. So it is not necessarily related to oily skin. In fact, I see many clients who suffer from cystic acne when they're adults, even women and men in their 30s and 40s, even older, 50s, who no longer have an oily skin, yet they suffer with this cystic acne. So what could be the cause? So unlike juvenile acne, which is related to hormonal fluctuations during puberty that causes a spike in oil production, that causes the pores to get clogged and the pores to eventually erupt and cause infected lesions, cystic acne is different. And in fact, for those of you who have had cystic acne, and if you've tried to squeeze that blind pimple or that cyst, nothing comes out. You have to literally work really hard to try to get anything out. And if something does come out, it'll be clear fluid, which is your lymph, and then followed by blood because you've burst blood vessels by tearing the skin open. So cystic acne is not necessarily infection within the pores. It is more related to your immune system and to your lymphatic system in the body. Cystic acne, I've found from personal experience when I'm treating clients and when I'm helping them best manage their skin when they're suffering from cystic acne, is that it is an internal cause. So it is definitely related to hormones which are triggered by stress or which are triggered by, say, pregnancy or the change of life. So hormones are definitely responsible. The hormones can also be triggered by stress. So stress is a very common cause of cystic acne. And sometimes people tell me, well, I'm not stressed. However, it's the stressful lifestyle that's putting the stress on our body that can result in the acne. So you may think you're managing it well mentally, but your body is under stress because you're not sleeping well, you're not eating well, you're not taking enough time out for yourself to rest and recuperate, etc. So the body can be under stress because of the hectic lifestyle we lead that can relate to cystic acne. Cystic acne are often found too, and It is not talked about very much, but it is definitely related to some food intolerances. I see this all the time because when we pin down what it is that's causing and it's eliminated from the diet, then the skin clears up. I'll give you an example. A long time I treated a young man who had terrible cystic acne on his back for many, many, many years. And I was actually a beauty therapist in training at the time. I was at the college learning about beauty therapy. And we had a naturopath come in to do our talk about how nutrition and diet can affect the skin. And we talked a lot about acne because what the naturopath found was that food intolerances were often the cause of acne. And one tip that he gave us was that it's not the same for everybody. What he found was that if somebody's all of a sudden become allergic to something that they haven't been for a long time before, then, excuse me, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. Excuse me. Then it could be because they've been eating something for a very long time in great amounts and their body's just built up an intolerance. So I went back to this young man and I asked him, what is it that we looked at his diet and what he was eating a lot of. Every single morning, his mother was making for him bacon and eggs. Every single morning, and I thought that was a little bit excessive. Who eats bacon and eggs every single morning for many, many years? So we thought, well, is it the bacon, is it the eggs, or is it the bread? Little bit by little bit, we one at a time, we eliminated those from his diet for a period of time. So that's what the naturopath suggested. Just, eliminate it and see what happens. Anyway, after a while, we found out it was the eggs. In this case, the eggs were triggering off his acne. So when he eliminated eggs and anything made with eggs, whether it's pasta, whether it's cakes, whether anything that contain eggs, as well as raw eggs or scrambled eggs or boiled eggs or whatever, his acne cleared up. He eliminated eggs for a year, completely cleared, his whole back cleared up. And after a year, he tried to introduce that into his diet very slowly. He found he could tolerate maybe once a week a meal with an egg in it, but no more than that, then he'll start breaking out. So that was very interesting. My personal experience with my daughter is she has suffered with cystic acne for some years, and we've been trying to pin down what it is. Slowly we eliminated some common things like dairy products and gluten from her diet. So we switched to lactose-free products for her. That really helped. And we switched to gluten-free products, except for bread, because she found the gluten-free bread not very good, not very tasty. So we switched to rye bread, and it worked for a little while. And then the skin, again, started breaking out. We'd get it down with skincare and treatments, and then she would break out. So totally gone gluten-free. Now she's on gluten-free bread and her skin is cleared up. She's got no more breakouts. Now we have to manage with some of the scarring left over. So that's really interesting. If you suffer from cystic acne, you need to go through a process of elimination of what's causing it, because no matter how many different treatments we do, we can get it down, we can calm the skin down, we can help clear it up. But if the cause is still there, you'll constantly still break out. So you need to address the cause as well. So fighting cystic acne and blind pimples is a two-prong attack. It is from the surface as well as from inside out. So you really need to address your diet, your lifestyle, to try and find out what's causing it. So stress, hormones, or hormones that are triggered by stress, and look at your diet. Look at common ones are wheat or gluten, as well as dairy products. For some people, it can be acid foods, so it's things like alcohol, coffee, anything that's sugary can be high acid forming that can lead to acne. And so high sugar diet, it could be affecting the gut flora. There is a lot of research happening at the moment in regards to how the health of our gut is affecting our well-being as well as our skin. So that's really worth looking into as well. So if you've eliminated everything else and it could possibly be the gut flora, then you obviously need to look after that to prevent further breakouts down the track. So as a beauty therapist, I'm not really qualified to talk to you about diet. So we usually work in partnership with health professionals that are trained in nutrition, as well as looking at your diet and prescribing or recommending eating plans. So I would definitely look at, if you're suffering from cystic acne, go and see a naturopath, go and see a nutritionist to see what could possibly be the cause there. And then you can come back to us and we'll treat your skin from the surface. So let's talk about how to treat the skin. But before I go, I was just talking about cystic acne and blind pimples, because I've noticed that a lot of people don't understand what they are and what they look like. So blind pimples and cysts in the skin are very similar. Blind pimples are a little bit smaller and cysts are generally larger. So both of them can look similar. They're raised, they're red, they're very painful, they feel deep in the skin, they feel hot to the touch. So it's an inflamed condition. So a blind pimple usually would be just one or two that you have. Cystic acne usually is when people have larger areas covering the skin. So cystic acne generally occurs around the jawline. It can also occur around the cheeks, between the brows, temples, down the neck, chest, shoulders, and back. So that's where usually cystic acne happens. Interestingly, it's right around all our major lymphatic channels. So when we treat people with cystic acne and blind pimples, one of the treatments that is very successful and helps is lymphatic drainage massage. So you can find yourself a beauty therapist or massage practitioner who are specially trained in lymphatic drainage massage. It's fantastic because it helps to move the lymph from the area of the skin where the toxins are located. So it helps to move those toxins along the lymphatic channels to the major nodes where it will be processed. So what's causing acne? So that's my theory, and this is what I have been taught when I went to beauty college. Whereas juvenile acne was related to oil and pores, cystic acne is more related to lymphatics. And the toxin buildup or the hormonal fluctuations in the body trigger certain enzymes in the skin that can cause that eruption. So think about it as the skin is trying to eliminate something from your body that normally would be eliminated through the alimentary the gut, for example. And so the lymphatic system has brought it to the skin to try to eliminate it through the skin. So what we have to try and do is assist our body to process those toxins and waste and eliminate it elsewhere. So lymphatic drainage is good, reducing that inflammation that's associated with the acne, so that redness, the swelling, the heat, the pain. Really, you want to be treating your skin as a sensitive skin in a way. Don't go into harsh treatments. Microdermabrasion is a no-no for cystic acne. It's stimulating and you need to calm that skin. So don't do microdermabrasion for cystic acne. It'll just make things worse. It will not help. Where microdermabrasion helps is if you've got clogged pores. It will help to unclog the pores to prevent breakouts, but that's a different type of acne. So be careful with that. What cystic acne does respond really well to are peels. So peels with glycolic and salicylic in it. So particularly salicylic acid, because salicylic acid is anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. It helps to reduce that inflammation in the skin. You need to look for skincare with vitamins as well, such as vitamin A. Vitamin A is a powerful anti-inflammatory ingredient. In fact, vitamin A was originally discovered to be very effective in treating severe forms of acne. And in fact, if you do go and see a dermatologist, if you have very severe acne that is out of the scope of practice for beauty therapists, they will often put you on a vitamin A therapy treatment, whether it's a tablet or a topical application. So, but they're very strong doses of vitamin A, and often they have side effects. So you make the choice. You go see a beauty therapist, or you can go and see a dermatologist. Beauty therapists work with more a gentle approach, I suppose, to treating acne. Yes, it can take a little bit longer, but long term, you're going to see really nice results as well. So skin peels with salicylic acid are highly recommended for cystic acne. They will not overstimulate the skin. They will help to reduce that inflammation and help to trigger the skin's own healing process. I mentioned lymphatic drainage. That's another great thing you can do if you suffer with cystic acne. I've done a video on how you can do facial massage. So I'll link to that below, how you can actually do your own lymphatic drainage to help to reduce or move the lymph and reduce the breakouts. But it's great for everything else as well. So I'll link to that. Treatments with calming, soothing botanicals. So if you do go and have a facial treatment, for example, look for something that is anti-inflammatory, or ask your beauty therapist about anti-inflammatory treatments to reduce that redness in the skin, calm that activity that's happening in the skin. LED light therapy is fabulous for cystic acne. It's a non-invasive treatment. That means that there's no trauma to the skin. How LED works, it communicates with the cells. So the LED is a light therapy, and it uses different colored light emitting diodes. So there's different lights, but the different lights have a different wavelength. So that penetrates to the different areas of your skin. So blue, for example, light emitting diode, it helps to kill bacteria that's causing breakouts. Red helps to stimulate healing and repairing in the skin. There might be some other machines that have other colors, but these are generally the two that are used. And the combination of the blue and the red are fabulous at helping clear acne. So talk to a beauty therapist if they have a LED machine or light therapy machine to help to reduce the inflammation and boost healing and recovery. Now, what can you do at home if you have cystic acne? Number one, don't squeeze. Let me repeat that. Do not squeeze cystic acne ever, because what you are doing, you're ripping the skin open, you're getting down to the lymphatic channels, and you're just letting lymph flow out. Lymph that is supposed to be healing the skin and removing the waste material from your skin. By ripping the skin open, you are causing severe trauma and damage to your skin that will result in scarring. And then you have lots more other problems to deal with down the track. So do not ever squeeze blind pimples or cystic acne cysts. If you do, you will get scarred. And it's interesting when people squeeze, because it gives them a psychological relief. The pimple takes so much longer to heal, and you will persist getting eruptions in that same area over and over and over again. Why? Because you've weakened that area. So don't squeeze cystic acne. Your professional beauty therapist will never squeeze cystic acne either, or blind pimples. They will only extract if there is blackheads or infection in a pore. But cystic acne is not related to pores. It's in the skin tissue, and if you do squeeze, you're going to rip that skin open and you're going to cause scarring. So that's my first tip. Never ever squeeze. What do you do? Because you're so used to it, you've got to sit on your hands and just stop it. Just stop it. Instead, go and get yourself a calming and soothing mask and spot treat it. So masks are brilliant because they can relieve the pain, the discomfort, reduce the redness very, very quickly. So they're like poultices for the skin. So get a mask, and if you have a large area with cystic acne, apply it and leave it on for at least 10 minutes, longer if you can. If it's just an occasional blind pimple, you can just pop it on, leave it overnight. In the morning, it'll look amazing. So get yourself a mask that is designed as an anti-inflammatory mask that reduces inflammation, redness, and sensitivity in the skin. If it has ingredients in it that helps you treat acne, such as vitamin A, B3, niacinamide, or salicylic acid, then even better. Alternatively, what you can do, if you can't find a mask like that, use a serum. Spot treat the lesion or the area of cystic acne with a serum that has B3 or salicylic acid or vitamin A, and then pop the mask over the top. There you go. So that's something you can do very quickly at home to treat that eruption. That'll clear it up quicker. Guaranteed you're going to get better results than if you go in there and try to squeeze it out. So look for serums and look for a mask. Now, how you cleanse your skin is not about removing oil. Remember, cystic acne is not related to oil flow. You got to be gentle. Use a cleanser that's designed as an anti-inflammatory cleanser, as a calming and soothing cleanser. Don't use cleansers that have harsh alcohols or detergents in it. You feel like you want to scrub that acne off, but it's not going to work. It'll just aggravate it. You need to be gentle with your skin. Your skin is overreactive. It's hyperactive. You want to calm it down, right? So use a cleansing skincare routine that is gentle and hydrating to the skin, not nourishing. You don't need to use a nourishing product, but calming and hydrating. Hydrate your skin with hyaluronic acid or B vitamins. B vitamins are beautiful and hydrating to the skin. So calming, soothing, cleansing routine. No harsh scrubs. You can't scrub a cystic acne away. All you do is just irritate it. You'll be moving all those toxins around and causing more eruptions. So no harsh scrubs. Use gentle peels instead. You can get yourself a lovely, what I call gommage. It's a type of exfoliant that is like a mask that goes on the skin. You let it set and then you gently rub it off to remove all the dead cells. So it's like a peeling exfoliant. Some contain AHAs or enzymes, others don't. So find yourself a gentle exfoliant, not a harsh scrub. I know scrubs feel satisfying because you just want to scrub your skin away, but they're terrible on acne, and particularly cystic acne. So use a gentle exfoliant. And yes, exfoliants do help because it stimulates your skin renewal process and healing process. And I would suggest exfoliate your skin once or twice a week. Be gentle with it, just once or twice a week. Masking, use it as often as you wish, as long as the mask is not drying on the skin. So you can mask your skin as even every night if you're having those cystic breakouts. So that is what you can do at home. And of course, at night, when you put your, when you've cleansed and you've put your serums on and moisturizers, you can lie down and do, you know, a gentle lymphatic drainage massage. So I'll link to that in the post below on how you can give yourself a nice lymphatic drainage massage. So I hope that has answered your questions about cystic acne. If there is anything I missed, if you have any other questions, or you would like specific advice about the products you're using, are they helping your skin, jump in my group. The group is called the Beauty Business Students. I'll link to it below as well. There you can ask me questions. I usually spend some time there on the weekend so I can answer your questions straight back, or you can always private message me. If you like my tips and advice, why don't you visit my blog, thebeautybusiness.com.au, and until then, why don't you have a fabulous weekend, have a fabulous week, and I'll see you again next Saturday. Take care. Bye for now.